seen. Swati, first I'd like to begin by understanding, I hope you're okay. And could you talk to us about what really happened with you?
I'm very traumatized with what has happened and also very shaken actually. Yesterday, we were doing an inspection because I wanted to understand and ascertain for myself what is the condition of women's safety in Delhi, especially at night, and that too for women who are standing alone on roads. So I was standing alone at near the AIIMS hospital, across from the bus stop from AIIMS, and one after the other, cars started stopping. Then this one man, he was sitting in a car, he stopped next to me, and he asked me to sit in the car and he would drop me. When I told him that I don't want to go with him and I have somebody coming to help me, he very grudgingly and again he kept pestering me and then very grudgingly left. But after some time, he again returned to the spot and then again started pestering me. And this time he made very lewd gestures and it was pretty horrible what he was doing. And then when I tried to stop him and I tried to catch hold of him, he actually just closed the window shield and my hand got stuck inside the car and he just pressed the accelerator button and I was dragged along for 10 to 15 meters. And it was really scary because only God saved me, I felt.
Oh, absolutely,
like
Swati. We can't even imagine what you must have gone through. I also am looking at the tweet that you've put out. So you're saying all of this happened near AIIMS. So this is an area where we would expect a lot of patrolling on the ground, police officials. You're saying you were dragged for a good 10 to 15 meters. At this time, there was no patrolling on the ground, no police official who could come and help you?
No, there was no patrolling on the ground. And in fact, these cars were stopping again and again. And it was very, very frightening. And just imagine, this is the condition of women's safety after Anjali's incident in an area which is very close to Munirka, which is like where the Nirbhaya incident had happened. And I was just doing my job. I was doing an inspection. And this is what has happened to me. But if you can imagine what is the condition of women's safety in Delhi when the Women's Commission chief is not safe. Anyways, I'm not going to stop and I'm not going to be deterred by such tactics. I will continue my fight. There have been many attempts to rape or threats. There have been many threats against me for rape and murder and whatnot. But I will continue to fight because till the time Delhi is safe for women, I will have to go on.
Also, Swati, that is a horrific incident that you're narrating. One can only begin to imagine what you must have gone through. And all this was happening while you were taking a stock of what really has been done. Has there been any change vis-a-vis women's safety on Delhi roads? And this is what happens to you.
Right. I'm absolutely shocked and I was so traumatized because it was very, very frightening. If a person came and tried to help me and only then probably this man got scared and he let me go. Otherwise, if he would have continued at that speed that he was trying to drive at, I would not have survived the incident and probably I would have been another Anjali. It's very, very unfortunate what has happened.
Absolutely. And Swati, for the benefit of our viewers also, because everybody followed the Anjali episode very, very closely because of how horrific that tragedy has been for people in Delhi also. And they also associated with everything that is happening to women and what really has been done. The police, of course, has been pulled up. Right now, we've been speaking about talks about how there cannot be any unmanned pickets. Did you see any of that on the roads while you were there?
Yes, while we had in fact gone all the way to Kanjhavla, we went to Munirka, we went to Mundka, we were inspecting the dark spots, we were inspecting the PCR vans, and yes, there was a lot of movement of PCR vans in Kanjhavla, but rest of the area, no, there was hardly any PCR that was moving on. So how many officers have to be suspended in the entire state of Delhi in order to get that kind of movement that we could see in Kanjhavla for PCRs? All across. It's very unfortunate and I'm absolutely shocked and I don't have words to describe what I went through and it has completely shaken me up, but it will not deter me from the fight.
Swati, please bear with me. I would also like to understand when you actually went to the police with the complaint, what was the kind of response? How immediate? What exactly did the police say?
So I called on the 112 number immediately to the incident, but 2 times it got cut.
Okay.
And then there was this Darwood vehicle which was just passing by, and they stopped, and then they asked me, and I believe they informed the PCR, and then when they got to know it was the Delhi Commission for Women chairperson, then lot of PCR started coming, and even in half an hour they were able to even trace that man and arrest him, and he actually said in front of everybody that yes, he was completely drunk, and he was absolutely riddled of alcohol.
So you are saying this entire incident, after it had taken place and when you had first called the police, it took more than half an hour for the police to actually act on the entire situation?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that 112 first initially got cut twice, and then after that a police vehicle which was not the PCR, they came and they were just like probably patrolling, and I asked for help, and they then provided help.
Okay. And Swati, if you're there still with me, seem to have lost that link with Swati Maliwal. You can see how the Delhi Commission for Women Chief, Swati Maliwal, was narrating this horrific incident that in fact she had to go through all this while when she was trying to assess what is it when it comes to women's safety, what are the changes that we're looking at post the Kanjabla incident, the horrific hit and drag case, and she herself was somebody who happened to be a victim for at least 10 to 15 meters where a car ended up dragging her and she sustained injuries.